Hello, and welcome to episode 12 of A Pile of Shame, the Backlog Logs, the GOG chapters. Today we take a look at Dreamscaper, a roguelite game that is very pretty to look at with nice combat mechanics and a different approach to the style of the game we usually have on this genre. Developed by Afterburner Studios and published by Maple Whispering Limited and Freedom Games, Dreamscaper was first released in 2020 for PC, in 21 for Switch, and 22 for Xbox systems. I first played this game via the Game Pass back in 22 and decided I wanted to buy it for PC. I did so in April of 2025, and it stayed in the pile for not even a year. The game is good and fun. It's a dreamscape like no other game. Not because it's mind-blowing or incredible, but quite the opposite. While the dream is the world of combat and conflict, you have real-world weapons, imaginary abilities, and very real locations to navigate. The atmosphere of the entire game is cozy with a hint of melancholic as you navigate through the memories of Cassidy, the main character, who has just moved into an apartment in the city of Red Haven. You traverse different layers of levels of the dreamscape each night, and you fight your inner demons. When you die in the dream, you awaken into the waking world, where you meet new people, make friends, discover new things to craft, and level up your character. But it is all well connected with the idea of someone fighting their own troubled psyche. You meditate in the park to improve yourself, you sketch at the cafe to create new weapons in the dream world, you daydream at the bar to imagine new rooms in the dreamscape, and every night you plunge into sleep and fight on. Before plunging into the dream, you can choose your arsenal comprised of one melee weapon, one ranged weapon, one shield, one dodge, one lucid attack, and one friend to inspire you. That is what the people you meet help you with. Each of them provides a few bonuses for the run, and each friend has 7 levels of friendship that improve their bonuses. And the variety for each item is stunning. Not only in numbers but in effects, bonuses, and even animations. Some dodges are short and can cause damage to the enemy. Some shields can create areas of damage when you parry. Some ranged weapons explode on impact. It's quite fun to explore the many choices given to you. Once you have chosen your starting equipment, you can then choose difficulty modifiers for the run to get a higher percentage of rewards. Initially, you can only have normal and hard difficulties, but there is an extra difficulty that is locked until you manage to reach a certain level of the dream, I imagine. Then it's down to Dreamland and on to battle. It plays like an action-adventure now on a playing field akin to the original Legend of Zelda, where each floor has a variety of square rooms and one boss per level. There are several types of rooms once you unlock them by daydreaming at the bar. The rooms are fight rooms, treasure rooms, shops to buy stuff, forges to improve items, hidden rooms, health pools, lucid pools, combat challenge rooms, and boss rooms. Each level grows in size from the previous one, and the setting is related to Cassidy's memories. The first level, as a matter of fact, is her hometown of Backhill from when she was a child. As you descend and make more friends in the waking world, Cassidy's story begins to unravel, and the settings start to make more sense. Now during the dream, the most common rooms are the fight rooms. You enter one, and all exits are locked. Enemies spawn in, and you have to defeat them all to open the doorways again. Enemies are divided into ranged and melee, with some being both. There may be traps and pools of damaging area on the ground, so being aware of the surroundings can be tricky. And a good control of ranged attack, lucid attacks, melee attacks, and dodging and parrying is essential for a good result in combat. Treasure rooms are just as the name suggests, a treasure room. Depending on the unlocks you have purchased in the Waking World, you get to choose 1 out of 3 items per level. They can be any items, including ideas. Ideas are the new equipments you can draft in the Waking World at the cafe to use in your dreamscape. In shop rooms, you have 6 objects to buy, 2 items, 1 keepsake, and 3 combat items, which are all randomized. The items can be health potions, points to spend in the Waking World, keys, or bombs. The keepsakes are special items. You can collect a variety of keepsakes that provide small to huge bonuses, with a few of them giving you slight penalties to balance out the positive effects. In shops, you may also unlock a small stone that can re-roll all slots with the items in them. So, if you buy something and the slot is empty, re-rolling does not bring something new to that slot. To buy items you need sand, which you can get from defeating enemies and breaking small stone formations around the dreamscape. These stones can be destroyed with attacks or dodging into them, but some are tougher and require bombs to destroy. Inside these rocks you can also find resolve points, inspiration points, glass points, and even some health or bombs, or even keys, all of which are used in the waking world to improve your runs. Resolve is used in meditation, inspiration is used to craft gifts for people, glass is used for daydreaming at the bar, bombs and keys are used to unlock doors or break rocks. Forge rooms have 3 choices. You can change an item's element between electric, wet or water, freeze, fire, and poison. You can also destroy a keepsake in the forge in exchange for a large amount of sand. Or you can level up an item in your inventory. You can level up as many times as you can pay for it, but there is a level cap. The elements of items are only available if the rarity is higher than common. Every item can have different rarities, from common upwards, but you cannot increase a weapon's rarity. So, when you find a weapon that is better than common, it is usually a good idea to get it as soon as possible, because status effects are a great help in this game. Hidden rooms are usually where you can find rare keepsakes. They're usually surrounded by 3 other rooms, and to find these rooms you need 1 or 2 bombs. If you're lucky and use a bomb to clear out some stones or kill an enemy near the hidden door, it will pop open, provided the blast radius reaches the door. Otherwise, you still have to pop a bomb in the room with the hidden door, which then starts sparkling. And then you can go to the sparkling wall, drop another bomb, and unlock it. Health and lucid pools replenish health and lucid points. Lucid points are the mana in this game. It's used to fire your ranged weapons in combat, or to parry attacks. If you run out of lucid and try parrying, you get staggered and dangerously open to further attacks. If you try to fire your ranged weapons without lucid, nothing happens. Lucid points are also used to slow down time, giving you some very nice advantage or breathing room in combat situations. You can choose to reposition and attack carefully, or just go ham and attack enemies with your full force. Combat challenge rooms are rooms that will provide with special treasures if you manage to finish combat under special conditions, such as don't use shields, defeat enemies within the allotted time, or don't lose any health, among other conditions. Boss rooms are where you fight the bosses of each level. Each boss is more difficult than the previous one the further you go. But unlike most rogue games, you can just skip previously beaten bosses, but the game lets you know that if you do so, you're not getting the rewards of beating the boss, which includes a bunch of points of different types, healing items, a keepsake, and sparks, which is what you use to make sketches at the cafe so you can create items to use in the dream. Everything is connected. Once the boss is defeated, you can still roam around the floor and finish up anything you are missing, or you can move on to the next level of the dream. When you die, you wake up and now you are in the waking world. In the waking world, you can craft gifts for people, chit-chat, improve your dream persona, and give gifts to the people that you meet. By chatting with them, you can get information on the things they like, so you can then choose the best gift for the person you think is the best. But even if you don't get it right, it's not a big problem. You still get a little boost for your friendship level. You also get hints of Cassidy's backstory connecting to the Dreamscape memories that you unearth as you go. Another interesting thing about the equipment is that every single piece of equipment, except for the keepsakes, can be mastered in its use, providing extra bonuses during combat. You also get some to-do tasks that you will complete as you play the game, and they provide you with different reward points. Going after a task does not seem to be the best approach, as some of them may be more difficult than others to complete, such as mastering a number of items or forging a number of items for Dreamscape. All of this is just to say that the game is positively full of little mechanics that complement each other. It's nice to see a combat go perfectly when you wield all your skills properly. Any deaths were completely on me and my rush to fight without thinking, or just not using my skills properly. Along with the gameplay that is just buttery smooth and the graphics that are stylized in a marvelous way, the soundtrack also creates a charming atmosphere that is relaxing, but kicks up into gear when in combat. It manages to keep the correct feeling at all times, and the dream world weird and soft moments are well encapsulated in that music. the Waking World's hopeful moments are made even more special. It all just feels right the entire time. As with other roguelike and roguelite, I am utterly incapable of finishing them properly. I will keep it installed and I will come back to it as much as I can and try to finish it, but for now, I throw in the towel after 8 hours of gameplay. I highly recommend Dreamscaper to anyone who enjoys a good roguelite gameplay and is interested in a lighter version of the genre. The bosses are the only thing that require a more serious approach, but otherwise, everything is well and good here. Give it a try. It is also available on Steam if you're interested. Thank you very much, and see you next time.